you want to fly business class in 2025 using your frequent flyer points, then this video is made for you. In 2025, it is getting increasingly harder to find business class reward seats for you to actually use your points on. But in this video, I'm going to share all the tips and lessons that I've learned from the past 10 years, so hopefully we can get you in business class. Personally, I've traveled in business class probably more times than I can actually count, and a lot of those times I've used points to do so. Let's talk about some of the things that we can do in order to increase the probability that we can actually find business class reward seats to use our points on. For today's example, I'm going to use the USA and assume that we are flying from Sydney and we want to go to Los Angeles. On surface level, if I type in Sydney to Los Angeles on the Qantas website, the reality is there are very few reward seats, but there are a few things that we can adjust in order to increase the probability that we'll find some reward seats. So for this example, if Sydney to Los Angeles is not giving us any reward seats, what we would do then is add in Brisbane and Melbourne and look for flights from Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne to Los Angeles. There's a good chance now that some reward seats have appeared that previously weren't there. Now, it is a little bit of a pain if we do have to fly and catch a domestic flight. For example, if we were in Sydney and the flight was departing from Brisbane, that is a bit of a pain. But the way I see it is if I have to catch a 1 or 2 hour flight domestically in order to unlock a 15-hour business class seat, I think that trade-off is worth it. Using frequent flyer points, it's typically very easy to fly domestically, so I don't think of it as a big deal. Another thing that we can tweak is also the city that we arrive in. So if Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne to LA didn't give us the results that we wanted, we could possibly add in San Francisco and Dallas as well. So now, instead of just the one option, Sydney to Los Angeles, we now have multiple options. We have Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne to San Francisco, Dallas, and Los Angeles. We can go a step further and even add in the Velocity Frequent Flyer program. The Velocity Frequent Flyer program partners with United Airlines, and they actually have a lot more reward availability compared to Qantas. We now have 3 variables that we can change. We can change the departing city, the arrival city, and also the frequent flyer program that we are using. Now, in order to fully maximize your chances at finding a business class seat, in order to do this correctly, you need points either in both airline programs like Qantas and Velocity, or just earn points and have the ability to transfer those points to Qantas and also Velocity. The way that I personally do that is by using Amex Platinum membership points. Every point I earn is an Amex Platinum membership point, which gives me the ability to transfer them to Qantas and Velocity. So they pretty much just sit in my Amex account until I know that there's a reward seat available, and then I'll transfer the points to that airline. In order to help you with these searches, because we're changing so many different variables, I also use seats.aero. You can jump on that website and change all these variables very, very quickly, so you can get all of that data within seconds. In order to use the search feature, you will need the Pro account, which you can use my referral link in the video description. If you do enjoy these type of videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so I know that you're getting value out of this content.